got? Okay. Oh. There you go. All right, 3:00, it's time to start our budget meeting. Need to call the meeting to order. I know we were waiting on Shane, he's a few minutes out, so, maybe he'll be here in just a minute. Let's see, Lee Richards. Yes. Shane Walker. Greg Nevins. Here. Randall Boswell. Yes. And Geraldine Cookman. So, need a motion to approve the minutes last meeting held May 20th. I made a motion on that. Lee seconds, any discussion on that? Motion being had, all in favor say aye. Likewise, nay, likewise. We don't have any amendments, so we'll skip down to the new and old business of the ambulance budget and civil defense budget. Chris, you come join us at the table. Have you got copies of the budget? She's got. We have copies of the budget.
I was waiting for you to ask.
I think you do. Trying to know next door about where we're moving.
That's right. So we're going to pass it around.
Yeah, that's pretty mean.
That's their own two top.
And then here's the civil defense if you want to go ahead and get it. Sorry.
Well, I went to your office when I first got here, and I thought, not here. I was gonna say, did you make it?
All right, Chris, you want to go over your ambulance service budget?
The ambulance service budget.
Yeah, we haven't, given over to, Greg, pass it down, so we have a extra one.
For civil defense, we haven't.
All right, I get back to them all.
I just got the ambulance stuff. I don't have the.
You got to take one, but not.
Take one, pass it
What
around.
I do?
Take one.
I think I had enough and all.
This is, I don't have the ambulance service.
We're here, I
You
can
gonna be wrong, Greg, yeah.
what I do is,
Oh, you didn't get
You
that?
need a civil defense. It's a
I got
rebate.
civil defense.
Three.
Yeah, they should be.
No, that's a,
Do this,
no, got that.
now, yeah, give me a civil defense, I'm sorry. What's that?
Just a two, right?
A bunch of them.
Yeah, the papers, one for the ambulance service, one for civil defense.
These things kind of look alike.
Which you have. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know, get close, those level, you
Took out the, ambulance service, took out the assistant director spot. And, well, I was telling her, Connie, on the director, it's gonna depend on what you guys wanna do. If you want me to keep it, I'll do it for 50. That'll save you $38,000. If you don't, then you would need to negotiate that with whoever you.
50,000 a year.
Yeah. And we took out the clerical and we moved because, Paula, the one that does our billing, is retiring August 31st. So we'll have to pay her July and August, and then Stephanie will move into that role. And then Jessica will move into her So we did away with one position.
So deputy is going to take over the 34,000,
No,
which was,
Stephanie, she will go to the medical personnel. Stephanie will go to the medical,
okay, big, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
she won't make that because she has to be here.
Right, that was my next question. That's what we're paying Paul. So how long is that? But she ain't been here as long as Paul. So it'll be something like.
Right.
That's.
And I left clerical in there just temporarily, just because it would be a partial year. But when we did the calculation to make sure that it saved money, I took it out.
Oh, clear.
You see it in the budget, but it won't be there for the entire year. Go ahead, Chris.
Of course, the paraprofessionals, we went with the, same thing that the sheriff did. That same pay raise and yearly cost of living increase. And foreman, that's gonna be, I'm gonna have 3 supervisors. Cover both of them. And
And the supervisor gonna get more pay.
$1. So that's what that's in. Can you tell me if I'm not telling this right?
Oh, yeah.
I was afraid you would. I'm going to use the ruler. Of course, attendance, the paraprofessionals are paramedics, the attendants are EMTs, advanced EMTs. The overtime pay is based on last year's calculation with the, of course, with the increase. In service, we left that at 8,000. We're having more in services, and so that amount will go up. How much it will go up, I don't know. I'm getting volunteers from the air medical services to come in and teach, which are free, but they also want to have some paid paraprofessionals to come in and do some more in-depth, where they bring in like or bring in pigs, organs, hearts, lungs, and chickens, and we can do a lot of work with those animal parts. Cadavers. Okay, cadavers. And so they cost a little, but they're very good. They're very good to work with. Social, safe retirement, medical insurance, communication, we're looking at. We have went to, the state paid for and have installed all new radios in ambulances. And those radios are about $11,000 a piece. It's the new state, what's called TACIT, Tennessee Advanced Communications Network. And that will allow them to talk anywhere in the state of Tennessee back to us. It is a statewide network. The state has pumps millions into this system. And every ambulance service in the state of Tennessee got one radio for each ambulance. The hospital gets a radio, and the 911 center gets a radio to communicate on.
It's 11,000 per unit,
Yeah.
For the
And so
state.
but the state's paying for it.
the state paid for that. But what I'm looking at is the portable radios. The portables are $3,000 or $4,000 a piece. I thought we could buy a few now, next year buy a few more, and eventually get converted all the way over to the packet radio. Doing that will save all of us money because it's a state maintained system. We don't have to buy the repeaters, we don't have to do the programming and all that stuff. Data processing,
So you added that in there.
we just, that's already there. The amount last year was 22.5, and I just requested the same. The 22.5. Data processing, what is that?
You're asking.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right, you guys. and we're definitely getting our work out of them. Dues and memberships are just memberships. It's the same thing as last year. Evaluations are, I guess that's our drug
Drug
screenings,
screens, yes. New hires.
or psychological screening.
And randoms.
I don't know what the services is, $600,
We've never had to use it.
so I left it in
Yeah.
there. Licenses is where we have to license our ambulances. Every year, we have to have inspections twice a year. Maintenance. So
We got
we have had a lot of maintenance on the ambulances since I've been involved. I can tell you right now, every truck is got rid of at the last public safety. The 12s are going to be auctioned off through gov deals.
That's the one that's missing parts, stuff, engines.
There's lots of parts. We've gotten everything that we need off of it that we might possibly use in the future for spare parts. And so, I don't know anything other than do just to stay with what we asked for in the past and go with it. And what we have used this year, we have 3 new ambulances coming, and he will be coming next Tuesday, not today. So he will be behind. He couldn't get the trailer that he was needing to haul those 2 ambulances with. And so it'll be next Tuesday when they're delivered to us here.
I thought they were going to Chevyville.
We'll have to take.
We'll take them down. Okay. Good.
And we found out that both of those ambulances have the liquid ride,
Oh, Lord.
so that saved us another $30,000.
You gotta get them out of here.
Yeah, so we won't have to put, it was $15,000 a piece, we were
Oh, shit.
thinking we won't have to put
You
on,
found?
yeah. That saved us $30,000.
Please look at that.
If whenever you see the ambulance pull up and they open the back doors, the ambulance will fly.
Yeah.
And then whenever they get ready to put the patient in, those loading systems are in sync with that liquid ride. And whenever the cot goes in, then it will raise the ambulance back.
Oh. It's kind of like those systems that these guys put on the car roads.
And you can adjust the ride, if it's like a mountain bumpy or something, you can adjust the ride.
The interstate. They tore up.
You drove to that. You know that.
All our maintenance is building, that's our equipment. Our equipment is aged to some degree, and getting those technicians to come up here and work on a heart monitor, it's quite expensive. So we may want to look at sometime in the future. I asked for a quote to maintain those on a yearly basis, and it was $35,000. And I said, we'll have to visit that next year. And of course, we've done a lot of work to the building. It's coming along very well. Just about got the floors all done. Server moved, which gives us another bedroom. So it's doing well, but it is an older building, so it will need work. Travel, $2,500. Wherever. Conference, tuition, whatever. Tuition, that's in there so we can send 2 or 3 people to paramedic school. And I've got a couple of people that I have asked about building. The other contracted services, it's kind of funny, the way that works is that TennCare sends us a bill every quarter. And we pay them. Then they give us all that money back plus a little extra. So that's what these other contracted services. it's kind of silly, Shane, the last bill was like 15,000, we got 18 back.
It varies in the border, on like how many transports those patients do.
So they give you a certain percent of what you, like, in a bill for 100,000, you're gonna get the same percent of that back as you do the general 20,000 percentage wise.
Yeah.
10%.
Thank you.
But like if it's an in-care patient, your bill, then this is not what they're paying you for that bill.
This is something that they came up with in the state, what, 2 years ago? Where you get some additional funding, but it's kind of crazy, you gotta pay them to get money back, but that's the way they do it. Custodial supplies, 12,000. We do a lot of cleaning, have a lot of area clean, a lot of ambulances clean. Drugs, medical supplies, 150,000, that's what we asked for last year. Electricity is at 25, gasoline, 150. Of course, that's diesel too. Natural gas, for what we have, natural gas is 9,000. Office supplies, 10,000, tires and tubes, 20. Uniforms. What they've been doing with that, I agree with it. So, just to divide that money, we hold some back. We take like 15,000, divide that amongst the number of full-time employees. So this is what you can spend on uniforms. We are going to try to go to a different uniform shirt, like black BBU pants, love those, but something more, looks a little more professional. Just a t-shirt is great. We need to identify. I know that was something Shane was working on as well. Other charges, $500. Office equipment, 17,000. Other equipment, we have 90, and that's what we're looking at. We're doing a grant for 250,000. We turned in 3 new stretchers. For 3 new stretchers, believe it or not, those are about $30,000 a piece. Nobody painted. I'm surprised.
No, we're talking about that.
What's the grant you're working
Oh my
on?
God.
26 years ago.
It's a this is a state of Tennessee grant. It's some money that they threw out there, it's $2 million. And,
That's the
yeah,
It's everything.
it's competitive grant. And, we did get ours turned in time, but apparently there were not a little lot of people that turned
Oh, that June grant,
it in. Yeah,
it has
So
to be
they've-
in June,
they've extended it, no, it was May 15th.
May 15th.
So now they've come back and they've extended it to June 20th. So that more people will put in. So we're going to amend ours. Shane and I talked today.
Ask for more.
And we're going to ask for more. We'll ask for another loading system. The loading systems are $20,000.
Nobody wants it.
We'll take it done.
I guess you're afraid to shoot the money on it, but you might get turned down and go low, but most times you go high. Get it.
Go high and all this.
Where
Well, they can
those
use
two
part-
ambulances, those 2 ambulances that's coming don't have a loading system in them.
No,
So that will,
we're going to ask for another loading system.
that will
Put
put
that
one in
in.
one. Did that number 12 have a loading system in it?
It did, and we can take it out.
Okay, did it.
Right. It's still going. Did it not?
It's been sitting out there so long.
Well,
I know 17, so we've got that one.
if it is, it may be too old to use with the new stretchers. We know that the loading systems that we have now, Shane verified that we could use the stretchers that we're going to get. That will work with the loading systems that we have. Okay.
And the stretchers that we put in for it's an upgraded model, because the ones we have, they don't make those no more, service them really anymore. But the new ones that they have, it's different design, and it'll fit in those same gravity things.
That's something we need to think about is, like I said, maintenance on this stuff, routine maintenance done on them. because if we don't and it fails, then that can come back on us. Because we didn't have it.
Right.
And there is a class Shane was telling me about that we can teach one of our guys, or two of our guys, to maintain those stretchers, and they'll get certified to do that. And it wasn't that much, it was
And whenever I talked to her about it, she said it was $2,000 for them to come and train. I don't know if that's $2,000 a person, but I mean, if you have them come up here and service one guy, it's routine.
It's $2,000.
Cost you that.
because those monitors have so much, I mean, there's so much liability with monitor. If we're looking at that monitor, depending on it to tell us that, show us what heart rhythm that patient is in, and we treat based on that heart rhythm. And we also do our 12 leads, our EKGs with them. So that's why those are so high, it's the liability behind them. It's just so great. But all of ours need right now a program update. And when he was here last week, we had one that wasn't working, so I had to call him. And he come up and he actually checked two while he was here. And he said he'd have to reschedule to, because it takes about 45 minutes per monitor to do that. So we'll have to get back up.
Do you have to get biomed to certify every piece of equipment every year like the nursing home and the hospital does?
I don't think so.
I didn't know.
I'm aware of it.
They're coming out once a year to inspect.
They do come once a year inspector.
Well, that's what I'm talking
Water and sewer, it's the same as we had last year. Don't have anything in there because we got the one. And it's the word last year on the ground. Two.